You know, we're in the era right now where people are recognizing the kind of mothers and fathers that they come from, the family dynamic that they had, the toxicity that lived in their house. And it's a beautiful thing, because what we're really seeing is an era of healing, an era of growth, an era of no longer just accepting the facade that we're all living in. But here's the part, right, that for the last few months we've kind of stayed comfortable with, but what we need to look at. We stayed comfortable with the idea that, we need to wake up to the idea that people that we've grown up with and our childhoods were really, really tough. That inner child work is important. So if you're doing it or have done it, mwah, love that for you. Keep going. But here's the part we haven't tapped into enough. It's the ego. And what we don't really realize is a lot of what we disliked about our parents, a lot of what we disliked about certain people and the way certain people showed up, we've become. See, we didn't just take the toxicity and just had to deal with it and became certain kind of people based off of what we dealt with. We actually became those people. We became the manipulators, the liars, the problem. We started treating people we love the way that we were treated. And that's the part we don't necessarily want to admit to ourselves, right? We over here like, oh my God, I had a really tough childhood, but we won't look at ourselves for how we actually took what we learned from our parents and what we learned from the people around us and became that same version. Now you're gonna look at yourself. You're gonna say, no, never, not me. I didn't become that person. That person was horrible. That person was just absolutely disgusting towards me. But how often do you look at yourself and say, how are you being disgusting towards others? How are you being horrible towards others? How are you being horrible towards yourself? A lot of what we experience, a lot of the toxicity that we see our parents have been and have always experienced or have put onto us, we've also become. And that's the part that we have to actually tap into. That's the part that most of us don't want to. So when we're looking around, we're like, I've been healing. But all we're doing is only catering to the inner child, only catering to the parts of us that are hurt without catering to the parts of us that are actually in our egos and actually the problem too. See, we're doing ourselves a disservice. There's an imbalance here. Because the reality is we play into our own trauma and our own problems. That's something that I really want us as a collective to start looking at. It's not about blaming ourselves. It's about taking accountability and actually seeing the truth of how we're amazing people, but also how we're also the toxicity within our own households, within our own bodies, and within our own minds. Once we do that, the true healing can actually start, the nervous system can start to regulate itself, and things can get better as a collective. It's time.